Alright legends, let's analyze the situation here for Bitcoin, pumping right now, creating a new yearly high as we speak. This is not stopping legends. We are having Bitcoin absolutely rocketing still. Now we have been getting some of that resistance today at the $57,300 range. What is going on, crypto legends? How is everybody doing? Let's go right away through the comment section. Say hello to the community here. I can see 𝗖𝗫𝗺𝘂𝗃 is around. How are you doing, my man? Tanmai, let's go bulls. The bulls are absolutely ripping. I ain't selling any Bitcoin yet. I already sold a bit of Bitcoin a few days ago. Ain't selling anymore because this could absolutely rip in the next coming days, weeks, months, right? We got the halving just 50 days away, guys. 50 days away from the halving. And what we have seen is massive inflows, of course. Now we wake up today with massive day with 9.5 BTC added to the holdings, okay? They are buying, you know, massively. BlackRock, Grayscale, Fidelity. This is 10x more, okay, from what is being mined every single day. This is crazy. They are buying more Bitcoin than what is mined, and there is a lot of strong holders out there that will not sell the Bitcoin. I'm not going to sell any Bitcoin anymore because this could absolutely rocket, continue rocketing, right, in the next coming months. Now, of course, we would expect a pullback at some stage, right? You know, pullbacks need to happen, but it's absolutely crazy. Now, let's talk about this level, major level of resistance that we talked about on yesterday's stream. Let's go quickly here. Good evening, legends. Mark Dutch, how are you doing, my man? Thank you for joining as always. Mike Fury, very nice. 𝗖𝗫𝗇 says, yo, here we go. Bina, come on, pump it up. Let's get that. Yes, absolutely. To the moon, says Pow. Yes, we are going to the moon. Saludos, Sky Clash. Yo, Teddles, how are you doing? Let's go. Relief, Andy, my best scalping day ever. Quick in and out every $200 to $500 moves. Relief, absolutely awesome. We're going to go through some scalping strategies, of course. I also got into 2 scalp trades. They both got into profit areas. I'll explain them right away. Nice scalp day trade levels, and I'm going to explain them. You guys know because we explain these setups a lot of the times here on the live streams. We'll go through that right away. But most importantly, boo, there's Nikki. All right, much love from Boston. Lunar Time, Andy. Maz, how are you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. Fake pump or legit? Well, for the moment, we are breaking this level. Could it be fake? We're just testing the highs. We're going to create a bit of a triple top right at the moment and get a major pullback. That is definitely possible. We'll analyze that in just 1 second. Bitcoin is up only. Yes. Swing failure pattern right now. Failed auction. Yes, very much possible if you are trading beneath that high. However, it did happen today as well. I got into a small short trade here. Let me turn the volume of the music down. I got into a quick short trade. We created a small swing failure pattern, but I wasn't too convinced. Got into the short. It finally played out very well. I'll explain that in just 1 second. But let's talk about the major level of resistance that we were going to get a reaction pullback that was mentioned on yesterday's live stream. Look at my face. We were talking about this 7/8 Fibonacci, the second highest volume node on the volume profile that was likely going to get a rejection, was likely going to get a pullback from that level, whether that's $200 or over $1,000 as we were hitting that $57,300 range. Now, we were expecting a higher move to the upside on Bitcoin yesterday, and the level where the price could reject. We mentioned this high time frame level yesterday where it was good for a scalp short. I didn't take that scalp because it was 3 o'clock in the morning Central European time and I was sleeping. But if I would have been in front of the charts, I probably would have taken the chance on that scalp exactly at the 7/8 Fibonacci from the all-time high to the low in November. We were talking about this level yesterday, likely to reject. For scalpers, this is a great level. Get in, protect, take some profits as you get the move down. 7/8 Fibonacci got a beautiful rejection yesterday. This was also the highest volume node, the second highest volume node, that we have here during the last 3-4 years of price action. Okay, we can see that high volume node right over there in confluence with the 7/8. Very aware of that scenario on yesterday's live stream. We were talking about this is going to get a rejection. For anybody that is scalper, managing risk very well, be defensive. You do not want to fight the trend, but if you're fighting the trend, you want to do it at an extreme high confluence level. And this was an extreme high confluence level. We talked about it yesterday when we were trading at $54,000. If you wanted to take that chance, of course, we were expecting higher levels with the pump here yesterday, and we got that beautiful rejection. Now, this is this blue horizontal line that I have on the chart, right, where we do have 7/8 and also the second highest volume node on the volume profile. When we do zoom in on that level, this is where we got a massive rejection. Look at this. When we go here to the 15-minute, 5-minute, we exactly hit that level. We got above it. As soon as you get the wick to the downside, you can even take a look at the 1-minute time frame. We are creating a little bit of a failed auction at the moment, but we're still creating higher lows. This could be building up, all right? If you did get in here on the possibility, okay, of this getting a major rejection, you can already be defensive, okay? You can already be defensive on this trade. It might get a major pullback, but this could also be a huge kind of massive ascending triangle scenario, right? Because it is creating higher lows. The demand is real, but you tested the highs. It is acceptable for a short, but I would only short it exactly at the highs, okay, as you reject from the highs right there. That is the only level I would attempt the short. I would not jump right now in a short position. Only if you do reject from these highs, right? Your entry point should have been round about this zone at $57,500, and you can already be quite defensive with your stop loss. So it is a little bit of a failed auction. You're testing the highs based on grabbing liquidity. If you entered that short, bang, you can be defensive right now. See if the price is going to get a major pullback. Now, talking about this level, right? The level that we were talking about yesterday on higher time frames, the $57,300. We got the leg up to $57,500 on the 1-minute chart. Look at this. When you get this movement to the upside and you start rejecting down, this is your potential trigger short. Stop loss right there. You already got a major pullback here during very early morning Central European time. This was the level that was good for a quick scalper, okay? You hit the level, you reject from the level, stop loss above the high, you're in the trade, and you get that nice, 2 to 3 to 1 risk to reward. It did go slightly lower. I would have been happy already with this taking profit, with this consolidation, saying, I'm happy with the taking profits on that short. Now, we are getting a bit of a pullback at the moment. This was an acceptable short right there, exactly at 57,500 as we were losing the highs, right? You lose the highs, you jump into that short, but we need to be aware, of course, this is still creating very aggressive higher lows. This could bounce back up here from this level. But no doubt, if for all of those swing short traders, this is a swing short, possible swing short position. If you're day trading it as well, realize that you're hitting a higher low support. You could be easily taking some quick profits here, 40%, 50%, bang, stop loss, be defensive just in case this does find some support and has another attempt in breaking through. This level has been very interesting. I actually got into a short position today here. When we created this very small retest, it was a very small position because I knew that we could wick above the level. However, we were already, testing this high, got beneath the level. We got the movement down and I already took profits at this level. And main reason why is because you are forming higher low support, right? You're forming higher lows here on the chart. And this could have actually bounced and got all the way back up here to the highs. Now, another good level where we did have a long, obviously we got a major pullback during today at 5 o'clock Central European time, but bounced very nicely from the VWAP. So we got beneath the VWAP, got above the VWAP right there. This was already good for a long trigger, okay? This is massive, massive bullish momentum. You got a bit of an aggressive move, but these aggressive retracements, they get bought back up again very, very fast in this strong bullish trend. So that was kind of an acceptable long position, and you're targeting here. Basically, you know, this would have been already good level to start taking some profits based on lower highs right there. What if this is a breakdown of this structure here locally and you're getting that resistance? Acceptable, take profit, right? Just easy support and resistance profits. Let's go right away through the comment section. Say hello to the beautiful community. Aloha, Valerie, how are you doing? Happy Tuesday. Aditya, no further details. What's going on? Show Andy some love by smashing the like button. Yes, every time I ask people to smash the like button, it goes absolutely bananas. Like button is getting extremely bullish. Once I do say, guys, come on, give us a hand here. Share some love. Based on the pure education that I do here every single day, so you can learn, you can I talk about the possible setups, where you can long, where you can short, where I have scalped and day traded this zone, and just pure education. We're going to go through some interesting news as well, guys, in the next coming minutes, so make sure to stay tuned during the stream, right? It's going to be a good one, of course. Yesterday's stream was absolutely banging. Please do analysis on RIF US dollar tether. Right, we're going to take a look at. I shorted. Wish me luck. My goodness. Stay cautious. Tortuga shorting this market. You want to be very selective with your shorts, just like this level here that we mentioned yesterday. Okay, the 57. I was not interested in any short positions when we were trading at $54,000 range. We were expecting higher based on the timing, based on the impulsive move of the fifth wave, right? We were talking about timing yesterday, and this has still a lot of time to attempt higher levels, right? When you do take a look at the timing here, from here to here, we mentioned this yesterday. The timing from low to high was the same timing from high to low, and the same timing from low to high right there, and also the same timing from this high to the low right over here, right? And just based on this pump that we had yesterday, we still have a lot of time to actually continue the bullish trend yesterday, right? And we already, had that major pump during the last 24 hours after the stream yesterday. So let's continue here. This was an epic level for a short position. It did pull back over $1,000 in the end when we hit that level. So it went from the level of resistance that was mentioned on yesterday's live stream to the lows here, of course. To be honest, if I would have shorted this, I would have been happy taking profit at this consolidation. But it went from $57,300 all the way down to $55,700, having a 1,500 pullback from that level of resistance that we talked about yesterday, right? Pay attention to this level. If this level is hit in the next 24 hours, you are going to retrace from this zone because it is a big confluence level, which is this blue horizontal line. We're struggling at the moment to break through it. This could be a local top. It is struggling. The best way to get into local tops is wait for a retest of the highs. I shorted this one. I wasn't too convinced, but I did get into a small short position. I was managing risk very well. So far, it was a winning trade. So far, so good. This is also another good one. You're trying to break above the highs, but it fails to break through. So it's a nice little scalp. I would be happy taking profits here at this higher low support structure. You are forming higher lows on the chart. Okay, you do have here support structure. I wouldn't be surprised if the price does have another attempt in the next coming minutes. Why? Because the market is bullish. You are forming higher lows. If you shorted right there, I would take it as a scalp. I'm more of a scalper day trader. I don't care if the price does this or this later. I'm level to level trading. You know, I understand that this is support. If I would have shorted here, I would have been happy taking some profits here because I'm very much aware of the massive bullish trend that we are, guys. Trying to detect the top here to say that, you know, this is going to roll down now in the next coming days. You know, I got absolutely at the top. You know, this is an attempt, no doubt. This is an attempt for swing traders to speculate that this is the top locally for the next coming days. We're going to get a major pullback. But like I said, this is testing with massive bullish pressure here with higher lows. I mean, it's just creating higher lows. You know the deal. When you are moving up here, banging a wall, bang, 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 you just break out. So this is what is currently happening right now. We are banging the level of resistance 1, 2, 3 times now in the next coming hours with this momentum. This is going to get squeezed unless we start breaking down aggressively in the next coming hours. It's just going to pop to the upside again, based on the bullish structure, right? So let's go. ETF buyers pricing in halving now, I guess. Yes, I mean, we did have JP Morgan saying that the halving is priced in. You know, I would expect a dump on the halving, actually. I would expect a dump because, you know, it's kind of a buy the rumor, sell the news event, right? Where you see the halving's coming up, you know, buy, the massive rally before the halving. Halving happens, price down, right? Just very similar to the ETF. You know, what happened with the launch of the ETF? We got a $10,000 drop just after the ETF approval in a matter of about 10-12 days. A $10,000 drop. So it was buy, oh my goodness, ETF are going to get approved. They're going to get approved. They're going to get approved. They're going to get approved. They were approved. Bang. Down $10,000 in a matter of 10-12 days. You could expect something similar on the halving. Oh my goodness, halving, FOMO. Bang. Then the big corrective move of $10,000 happens just after a few days of the halving, right? It's just, we human beings, we speculate on something that is going to happen. And once it happens, it's like, hey, this ain't much of a big deal. Then sell, right? So let's go right away here. Best altcoins to buy at this point. Very interesting. We're going to talk about those altcoins, of course. Guys, remember on Bybit, you do have the best deal available down below in the description. Make sure to sign up with the link down below to save money on your deposit, as there is a deposit bonus and also 20% fee reduction only with my link down below. For all of those people that cannot sign up on Bybit, you have 𝗬cie, of course, with the greatest bonus, $20,000 available only with my link. They currently have the lowest fees for trading. So for those scalpers that are very defensive, such as myself, that is absolute heaven when you do have very, very low fees. Let's go right away and talk about altcoins. There are some altcoins, of course, being the king of altcoins. Number one, Ethereum, of course, absolutely ripping. Very much expected, anticipated. The reason why Ethereum could actually pump more is because the ETF possible approval, the deadline is in May. That's, you know, over 2 months away from now. My goodness, is there 2 months of pure speculation that an ETF for Ethereum is going to be approved? That gives us possibly 2 months of uptrend. Of course, we want to be cautious with the pullbacks, right? We don't want to FOMO in. But overall, if you're scalping and day trading, this uptrend is absolutely golden to get in those retracements. Now, where Ethereum right now is struggling at the moment, it's at a monthly level, right? It's a monthly close and open. When we do take a look at the monthly candlesticks here on the top left on Tradingview, we can see here how this monthly close and open from March and April of 2022. This is March and April 2022, close and open. The price of Ethereum exactly got rejected here today and struggling a little bit. during today. It is struggling a little bit at this monthly level. We can see those reactions, right? You're hitting the monthly, boom, pullback here. You're hitting the monthly again, creating a local swing failure pattern. These are great for shorts, guys. You know, I love shorting these local double tops, but they're quick in and out. I follow the trend, and I'm very much aware that this could just be another higher low. If you short here, bang, you're taking profits here. If you go lower, who cares? We'll find other trading setups at lower levels, right? You know, I learned that scalping, day trading is level to level. You know, I have no trades open from the ones today. It's like in, out. This is, you know, could this be the top? You're speculating, could this be the top and it's going to roll down? You shorted here, you took all profits here. You know, it is what it is. It doesn't matter. You will find another range. You'll find another setup here, you know, tomorrow, right? Who cares about that? Now, let's go. Time to short at this level. Let me explain again where you would want to short. You should, you know, where you want to short if you are aggressive and you're a scalper. Don't be the last guy shorting when you are hitting a higher low support trend, right? You are creating higher lows. Price is reacting at this level. This could be a higher low. You're going to pump again here in the next couple of hours to test the highs, right? If you want to short this, you should be shorting here at $57,500. You're already in that profit from $250 on the move down. You short here as close as this high as you can beneath the level, not above it, because when you're above it, yeah, this could continue up. When you get the move up and you realize that the price rejects, that is when you want to jump in, right? You jump in, now you can be very defensive. You're making over, you know, a 1.5 risk to reward. You can be defensive right now. You can be defensive on your entry position. That would have been the short scenario. Shorting right now, where we at? No, thank you. Why? Because you are aware that you're creating higher lows. Could it break down after these multiple tests of the highs? 100% yes, of course it can. But you're forming higher lows, okay? So anybody that shorted at higher levels, like I said, this would be an acceptable take profit zone. 50%, 60%, whatever you want. And you can be defensive to speculate, you know, this might be the high. You're going to break down here in the next 24 hours to get a much larger pullback. But you should be defensive already on that trade. You should be defensive and you should be already in that trade. If you want to short here, you need to be aware that, you know, where's your stop loss? You're going to put stop loss here. You're going to put, if you entering right here this morning today. But it, you know, zooming out, it does. You know, yeah, it's struggling with this resistance level, right? You might think this is forming a little bit of a Bart Simpson pattern and it's going to get a major corrective move. If it has to, you know, if it needs to correct aggressively, this is a level where it should, based on the 7/8 Fibonacci and also the second largest point of control from 2021 and 2022, right? Like was explained here on yesterday's stream, right? This is a level of resistance. We're going to get a reaction at this level. We are going to get a pullback, mentioned yesterday. And this is where we're currently fighting, right? The price is fighting with demand. There is demand because, you know, look at the higher lows that it's creating. You know, this could definitely get a pop to the upside, if not to the downside, you know, in the next few hours. There's going to be a decision moment in the coming hours to either get the pop. I mean, there is demand. There is. All the pullbacks are getting bought back up. It could get the pop, or it could actually break down. You know, and the main reason why you might think, you know, this guy, look at him. He's talking about, you know, if this could go up or go down. No. You know, it's all about knowing exactly where to get into the trading setup. The main reason it could break down because you have failed already to try and move above the level, right? These are the best levels to attempt some shorts, but you want to short pretty far, you know, pretty way up. You know, this ain't a level to short right now. Look at the structure. Look at the higher lows. You're saying a level to short. You should short here from higher levels as you reject from the highs, right? Because I mean, I'm answering this for the people that are like, should we short now? For me, my style of trading, you know, which is more scalping and day trading, you know, I would not short here. For a swing trader, you might think, yeah, I mean, I'm going to risk 1% of my capital. I'm putting stop loss relatively far away, and I'm speculating for a major pullback in the coming days. You know, if you are a swing trader, you could attempt this. You could make a 2-3 to 1 risk to reward based on a swing trade. But, you know, I wouldn't. I would have shorted here at the, you know, just as we reject from these highs, understanding that this is bouncing, you know, with higher lows. Yeah, what's going on? Are we lagging? Still live? What's going on? Is the stream lagging? He forgot to let me know right away. Mark Dutch, I should be live. Am I lagging? Yeah, it says here that I'm live. So, right. Last time, his Spanish cable internet. Dubai must have faster internet. Yes, for sure. In the middle of the desert. 078 was hit now the first time on Bybit. Okay, right. Okay, maybe other exchanges didn't hit the 7.8 on Bybit. I do have the Bybit chart, 7.8 Fibonacci from the all-time high to the low here. Was already hit. It was already hit very early this morning. Okay, it was hit around about $57,350. Now let's go through the comment section right away. Is BTC going down? Very good question, sir. That is it. You know, if you find someone with the answer, please let me know. You know, this is just trading is based on levels and managing risk. At the end of the day, you have projections. You know, if you did short exactly here at the rejection, just beneath the level right there, beneath the high, if you shorted, you need to understand the structure. What has been happening here during today? Every time we got a major pullback, you're finding support, right? So when you follow this structure and you analyze the situation, you know, your question right now, is it going to dump? The main reason it could dump is because it's failed to break above the high from early this morning. It could dump. If you're speculating in a short, you should have shorted on the rejection. You should have protected position right now as you got the move down. Be defensive with your stop loss. Don't turn it into a losing trade. You need to understand that you are forming higher lows. So if you've been forming higher lows during today, you need to understand that this could be the next move on Bitcoin. It's to follow this symmetrical triangle kind of pattern. Right, so you know, right now you're reacting, you're forming a higher low, guessing that this is going to break down. You know, right now this would be a guess. It's going to break down. It's a pure guess. The main reason why it could happen is because of this price action that we've had the last few minutes. Because it rejected, maybe it could get that kind of triple top, right, to get the major pullback down. And start testing the, you know, higher lows. But it's pure speculation. We need to understand that this is just higher low, higher low. So if it's higher low during the entire today, right, it's just moving up with higher lows. If we are at the higher low range right now, you know it can bounce. So if I would have shorted here, I would have taken most of the profits here and got defensive, because I'm aware of the momentum that's happened today. Let's go right away with the super chatos, hermanos. Daniel, hey, thanks for the super chat, hermano. Thank you very much, Daniel San. Let's go right away with your question. Quick, hi Andy. Your quick TA thoughts on OXT and Skale. Let's take a look at them right away, okay? Let's take a look here at the super chat, and we're going to go through these cryptos. Quick TA, like you said, right? Because you asking for 2 coins. That is cheeky when you ask for 2 coins. I got a super chat once, somebody, you know, putting three altcoins in a super chat. I was like, hey, come on, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. This OX Orchid, this looks pretty good. I like the chart. It's coming back to the highs here from January. It looks relatively good. The momentum that we've been having during the last few months with the higher lows is very nice. It looks like it is just about to enter that parabolic phase, right, when it's just going to get a massive pump. The momentum of higher lows is insane, formed during several months. Now, I wouldn't say that this is a double bottom. I wouldn't say it's a double bottom. I mean, this higher low is very, very far away, but I really like the momentum. You know, the momentum is just ready to get to follow the parabolic run that it's doing during the last few months. Would be cautious with the highs, because highs can be very, very nasty. You know, we just kind of test the highs and get a major pullback. This is what we, you know, there's probably a bunch of liquidity or sell orders here, right? This is classic, right? When you buy an altcoin, you know, you have your take profits here at the highs, right? Your sell orders are above a high. This is why we do create all the time double tops and, you know, double bottoms, because people are taking profits or even selling, right? They're selling their crypto at the highs. It's just how, it's a simple thing, right? It's what we do. We want to sell at the highs. So this is why we need to be cautious. You know, in the case of Orchid, you know, people probably have been buying during the last couple of weeks. And, you know, if we do reach that level, it's already going to be a 50% pump. Hey, you have put here into this crypto $100,000 and you're making $50,000 profit at the highs. You know, it's gonna, it's sensible. It's what usually professional people, you know, professional traders do. They want to sell at the highs because they're very much aware that there's going to be other sellers. So it would be a moment that, you know, if you break solidly from this high created in January, in the case of Orchid at the 14-cent level, 14.4, if you break successfully, then the momentum can be huge. I mean, there's really not much levels here to take into consideration. You got a couple of wick highs here from May of 2022, but yeah, I mean, this could be the level where it could struggle. You got the wick lows right there. This could be a very interesting zone where the price of Orchid could struggle in between the 18 and 20 cent level, right? Based on the support zone here from 2021 and also from these highs. But it looks pretty good. I would say it's going to test these highs potentially in the next few days. If it just gets a bit of a pullback, the momentum is huge. It's likely not going to pull back aggressively before testing this high. After testing the high, and if it rejects, then possibly it could get a major pullback. But any pullback on Orchid from this level is going to be likely very shallow, right? Just purely based on the curve that it's forming right there, okay? The parabolic curve that it's forming. Without testing this high, the pullback will get bought back up and follow the momentum till it hits the high here from January. Once it hits that high, then yeah, we're going to have to check the reaction. It could definitely create a double top and break the parabolic run. If it breaks through, then we're looking here for a nice move to the upside, because there's really a big gap here. There's really not much levels to take into consideration, and you could create another, you know, 30-50% pump, right, to round about that zone. Yeah, about 20% pump to that zone. Let's quickly take a look here at the other crypto, Scale. But yeah, Orchid, the momentum looks good. The pullbacks are very likely going to get bought back up. Let's go right away with Scale. See what's going on. Scale. Really nice basic support, resistance support flip here from these highs. Look at this. Really simple highs flipping into support here in January and getting this rise, you know, wanting to test the highs. You know, very similar scenario to Orchid. The momentum looks good. We haven't tested the highs here from January. You are forming very, very nice, aggressive higher lows. You know, if this does get, I mean, I don't think it will, but if it gets a move down, I mean, look at the resistance support flip. It's just extremely basic TA, right? Higher low, break resistance, bang, flip to support, coming back up to the highs. Now, what would be interesting here, because you are forming a little bit of a failed swing failure pattern from this lower high right there currently, right? You're kind of struggling to break through these highs from the 19th of February in the case of Scale. If you get that pullback and you come back down to test these lows, you are aware of the swing failure pattern from that level. From these lows, you got a mini swing failure pattern. This is in bullish momentum, so it could just get a small pullback and break through. But if you were to get that pullback here in the case of Scale, SKL, ticker symbol, you need to be aware that, you know, you want to follow the momentum. And it's all about testing highs and testing lows. You test highs, you reject. You test lows, you pump. Right? It's all about testing highs and testing lows. And if you test some lows in an uptrend, you can be very much aware of this scenario. So the best thing here is to set some alerts, and this could be a good buy here. In the case of spot or leverage trading, of course, you know, if some people just spot trade, they buy the crypto here and they sell the crypto at the highs. But I mean, this would be a great level to speculate on that retest of the lows, to just follow the momentum to finally come and test the highs here in the next coming days. Just easy, keeping it simple, going with the trend and going with the uptrend momentum. Remember, if you do want to trade these cryptos, guys, you do get that insane bonus on Bybit. I think SKL, you can trade SKL on Bybit, guys, and remember that you do have the greatest bonus down below in the description and the 20% fee discount using the link in the description. It is the first link. You also have it in the comment section in the pinned comment. Bitcoin. We test the highs. You know, could this be the highs? Definitely a possibility. Could it get a major pullback in the coming hours? Like I said, the momentum, no matter what, the momentum of higher lows is continuing, right? So that even the highs could be tested in the next coming hours easily. So go with the trend, respect the pump. Let's continue here. I got another super chatos hermanos. We got Chainlink here. Mars, thanks for the super chat. Super chat, Chainlink, please. Thanks, Andy. Chainlink, my goodness, one of my biggest holdings in my portfolio. As you know, the community does know here, I ain't selling one single Chainlink till we go to $100. And believe me, once it hits $100, it's gonna be a big breather. I bought my first Chainlink in 2019. You know, will it go to $100 in 24 or 25? Time will tell. You know, I have a strategy. Will it fail? Will my strategy fail? Will it fail? Because Chainlink will never go to $100. Time will tell. Once it hits it, potentially in the coming years, that is when I say the strategy worked. It worked. I was patient enough. Chainlink is an awesome project. It's just going to do very, very well. What we did have here with Chainlink, we talked about Chainlink. It's struggling with this high. We did talk about Chainlink on one of on a live stream just a few days ago. It's kind of testing this high right there. Let me just put that level here. Kind of created a bit of a failed auction. Created a first swing failure pattern here in 5th of February. Got a major pullback here from that high of over 6%. Beautiful for a nice quick little scalp in, you know, defensive, take profits. We have broken a little bit of uptrend structure and we kind of retesting it at the moment. So we have a little bit of a support resistance flip right now. and it is struggling during today, right? During the last couple of days, it has been struggling in between yesterday and today here at this $19.30 level. You've broken a little bit of uptrend structure, as you can see, right? Moving up, moving up. You finally broke down. Boom, boom. You're coming back up to retest it. And you also got this support resistance flip where it's struggling at the moment. Yeah, I mean, level to level, level to level. Look at this. We got the bounce here right there from this peak high. Peak high, you get a box. Peak high, breakthrough, bounce, back up, come back down. You're retesting that zone. I mean, I wouldn't have longed this, to be honest. You know, I would prefer the price to reclaim these lows, right? The higher low right there. If you would have got beneath this low right there, boom, and got back above, you know, this is your longing point, no doubt. I wouldn't have longed this personally, but overall, kind of retesting the spike high from the 28th of December of 2023. So it is at resistance at the moment. You've broken a little bit of structure. You are reacting to this level. I mean, this level could get that pullback, you know, in the next coming days. It's struggling with this level. Let's take a look at the session volume profile here on Chainlink 1 second and analyze a little bit with Fibonacci. Pivot high to that pivot low. 50% is the one where it's getting reacted with this support resistance flip. And I cannot get the session volume profile here on Coinbase, unfortunately. But yeah, this is probably hitting the value area low. Oh, there we go. There we have it. You got a high volume node here from the 20th of February that could be in confluence with the 618 Fibonacci. Yeah, this is a rejection point, no doubt. There's big confluence. You got the highest volume node. It's a naked point of control from the 20th of February. It's in confluence with the 618 of the drop, and it's likely going to get that reaction. You got the reaction here as well from that lower high of 2021. It's a reaction level. You got a naked point of control as well right there with the 618. You're likely going to get a pullback from that level. So it's a scalp. It's a scalp short. You are forming higher low support, but it is basically at resistance at the moment. I think Bitcoin could be struggling. It is struggling at the moment. It's tested the highs right now. Are we ready for that pullback in the next coming hours, few days? But still trending up. Respect the trend. That's my TA on Chainlink. Chainlink at resistance at the moment, but that 618 Fibonacci looks really good as there's more confluence. Please TA on Bonk. Thank you for your work. Killian, thank you very much for the super chat. Let's take a look at Bonk right away. Of course, we're doing TA on demand here for the community. Bonk, let's go right away. What's going on with Bonk? Yeah, do we have another chart here with more? Bonk did find a base. We talked about this base on a previous stream, and it looked pretty, you know, it was finding floor levels. What we did have here is a breakout of the downtrend structure, right? When you do take a look here at, you know, simple analysis, right? You had a major downtrend since you create that high, and you have the lower high right there that was broken through. So you broke a bit of the downtrend structure right there, flipping as support, testing the highs, creating a local double top right there. As you can see on the candlesticks, retracing back down, testing the lows. I mean, and then finally recovering, right? A little bit of a failed auction, nice round formation here, and then just finally getting this pop. Struggling today to break through this lower high. Struggling today to break this lower high. Did create a small SFP on the 1 hourly time frame. So look how we test these highs. Got an instant quick rejection, almost exactly to the microcent. Got a pullback, breaking through right now. It's in a major uptrend still during today. but we need to consider this daily candle close. I mean, this is getting a bit of a wick from these highs. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad based on the major pullback that we had here in December, January consolidation. You've broken this structure slightly, this lower high right there. So it ain't looking bad to gain a little bit of more steam in the next coming days. It is currently struggling with this high. This daily candle close will be very, significant, because if you do close beneath these highs, the next day it ain't going to be looking that good, in my opinion. You're going to get a bit of a larger pullback potentially. These are altcoins that are very volatile. These meme coins, there's big speculation on them. This could just, I don't really like doing analysis on these altcoins, but it is not looking too bad. Looks pretty good to have a little bit of momentum. This daily candle closes above the highs here from the 15th of February. You're very likely going to come up here in the next coming days to test this lower high here from January. Okay, on Bonk, when we take a look at the daily chart. Okay, so if we do close that daily candle today in the next coming hours above this high of the 15th of February, it's going to be looking very good to continue the momentum till you test this high. Let's continue here right away with the comment section. Ravi, thanks for the super chat. Make sure to put a question on the super chat if you haven't. Let's continue here with the comment section. I want to talk about what's been going on, guys, here. We're just going to take a look at a little bit of things that have been going on during the last few days. This guy is going to be, he is a legend already, no doubt. Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy. Bitcoin investment now at 4.65 billion unrealized profit. Unrealized. Very important that to understand it's unrealized, right? I'm not sure if this guy will be taking any profits. He's a massive Bitcoin believer, and he's just buying and buying. And I think he bought a bit more just a few days ago. He ain't selling Bitcoin. He ain't selling. He's in 4.65 billion unrealized profits. Look at his smile. He knows he is in epic profits. Look at his smile right there. I would have this smile as well if I had $4.6 billion. Look at him. Right, let's continue with the next thing that's going on. Bitcoin Magazine posting that spot Bitcoin ETF broke an all-time high volume record at 2.4 billion. We know this is what happened yesterday, right? Also with this epic pump of over $6,000, right? In just a matter of less than 48 hours, right? We had that, the inflows were going down a little bit during the last few days, and then bang, Monday open, boom, 2.4 billion, guys, in a matter of 24 hours. The market cap of Bitcoin just a few days ago, right, was at 1 trillion. It was just exactly at the 1 trillion. It's up in a matter of 1 week, 124 billion. There's crazy accumulation going on here, inflows regarding the ETF, right? Yes. So, we have the halving in 50 days. Are they playing around? Are they ready? Are they going to sell massively in the next coming days, right? You just never know, right? It's not a moment to be extremely bullish. I did sell, Bitcoin at $50,000 levels, but I had to take some profits. I had to take some profits. All the profits from trading and everything, I usually diversify, having some fiat, having some Bitcoin, and having some Ethereum. Those are the general, what I do with the profits. Put in Bitcoin. That's what I've been doing during several years now. And selling one Bitcoin is taking a bit of profits, right, from the accumulation. No doubt we need to pay ourselves as well. We have a new all-time high in Norway. We can see several countries during the last few weeks where Bitcoin has been breaking all-time high with their local currency. In the case of the Norwegian krona, is it krona? I think it is. Their currency, basically. It's just broken all-time high. It's broken all-time high in Norway. So all of these countries are falling, right, with, you know, basically breaking all-time high. And this is going to be all around Norway. So you might have some new institutions in Norway saying, hey, you know, should I buy some Bitcoin and start, you know, investigating about Bitcoin? No doubt, right? You know, every time Bitcoin hits all-time high in a country, it has to be news, right? So in Norway right now, there'll be those in, you know, big institutions going like, that haven't, you know, discovered Bitcoin basically, or just wasn't interested. They'll be like, maybe it should be good to have some Bitcoin in the portfolio. ETFs waking up. We talked about this with 9.5 thousand Bitcoin added to the holdings. We are creating just 900 Bitcoin every day when we take a look at the Bitcoin mining. Only 900 Bitcoin a day are being created. And just today, with the ETF inflows, they have surpassed that by 10x. Massive supply shock, guys. You know, this has to be one of the main reasons why, of course, that the price is just absolutely ripping during the last few days, right? It doesn't take a genius to understand that. Big supply shock. Andy, TIA US dollar tether, quick analysis please, says 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗁. It's let's take a look at that right away. It's funny, these super chats. Let's go right away with a quick analysis here, guys. You know, super chats have priority, so if you want me to take a look at a quick altcoin or whatever, we do the super chats. Just take a look at it for a minute. This one's done very good. This one's done very good. Looking a bit toppy. The momentum is slowing down. Momentum is slowing down. Yeah, we haven't got another chart here. This is a, you know, relatively new-ish crypto being listed on most of the exchanges here in November of 23. Momentum is still to the upside, no doubt. Momentum is still to the upside, but it's losing a little bit of power. It's losing a little bit of power based on the higher highs right there. It is losing a bit of power. There's really not much. It's still in a very strong uptrend. Let's analyze here. It's just in a very strong uptrend. Yeah, very difficult to analyze here the possible scenarios. I mean, I would go with the classic swing failure pattern. You're getting a bounce here from a high volume node right there. You know, we like testing lows. You know, when we test lows, we create swing failure patterns, right? Or you almost test a low right there. So the clearest low that you have here for a retest is the one here sitting at $15.50. That is the clearest low. We kind of a little bit of a front run right there. The clearest long trade setup, if you're talking about a setup here, would be remaining patient with some alerts right there to see if you are going to retest the lows here from the last couple of days and create that double bottom scenario. So the best thing is just to set some alerts here on the chart very close to this low to see if you are going to react and get above it, and then just look for the rise. Okay, no doubt that this is just the momentum is losing a bit of steam, but you know, you could create another high here in the next 1 to 2 weeks, and this is the correction is looking quite good. However, to get the perfect trade, the best thing is retest of this higher low. Also with this low right there, boom, and then look for the long trigger for that possible recovery. Respect the trend. The trend is very bullish here on Thea. Let's take a look at Gala right away here for 𝗬𝚲. We've got 𝗬𝚲 watching the stream. I can't believe it. Let's go here with Gala. Gala looked very, very good. It's doing very, very good. Gala's doing good. It's doing good. It's pumping. This is already in that third wave. By the way, if we do take a look at, Phantom, we analyze Phantom. Phantom is likely going to rip. It's going to rip at some point. I don't want anybody on the live stream saying, can you take a look at Phantom when it's trading here at the 90-cent $1 level, possibly in the next coming weeks. We analyze the charts to get before the herd. Once the herd comes here on the live stream and says, can you take a look at this? We don't want it already pumping, of course. This is pumped. Talk about Gala when we are in a retracement, when we are in a nice zone, so we can predict, so we can speculate on the possible pump happening, not when the pump is already happening. Come on, guys. I got a couple of altcoins here to check out, guys. We have DAG. I bought a bunch of DAG. I bought over 20k on DAG the last couple of days. I'm in a slight loss, but this is a bit of for long term. I added DAG to my portfolio, and Constellation. I mean, this is just my personal, just added another crypto to the portfolio. I think this is a huge project from the US. Ministry of Defense are playing around with it from the US, and I think this one, it's still at good buying levels. Could it go in a drawdown? Could it go to 4 cents, 3 cents? Yes, of course it can, but overall the uptrend momentum will be massive, of course, in the next 6-12 months at some point. So this is, what you need to understand, that when you buy crypto, when you dollar cost average, you need to understand that when you buy, you're probably not going to buy the bottom, right? But this is why you buy every single week, you buy every single month. This is what you do classically with Bitcoin is DCA. I didn't DCA, I just put 20k. If it does go down to 3 cents, I might put another 20k into DAG, depending if I don't want to buy another altcoin, right? But DCA, right? This is what I did when I started in crypto back in 2018. You buy. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely epic. I want to start, taking a bit of profits. Same thing here in this bear market. It started buying here with the movement down here, 30k, 20k, range. But I didn't buy such very aggressively here. But then you start taking a little bit of profits. I just sold 1 Bitcoin here. I don't want to sell a bit more because the FOMO is very much real. The halving is just around the corner. Everything looks like we could enter a super cycle based on the institution FOMO. We wanted institutions to come in during the last few years. They are already here. The future is here already. Institutions are here. So you must have a bag of Bitcoin. If you're new to crypto, it's still fine in my opinion to DCA here. It's still fine, but I've been doing DCA for a long time. But I'm not buying. I just sold a bit of Bitcoin last week. So I'm currently not DCAing. I prefer to buy some altcoins right now, not Bitcoin. I'm happy with my Bitcoin bag. I'm more happy to start DCAing into some altcoins, and because they're getting the pop, they're popping here over 50% in a matter of a week. These are where you can make the good gains, right? Now, analyzing Gala, talking about yesterday about the possibility, right? Theta, T-Fuel. I mean, this one got a major pump. It got a bit of a pullback, but this one's going to rip obviously by the hand of Theta. Theta's getting a pullback. When we were talking about Theta yesterday at the $1.60, who remembers on yesterday's stream, we were trading around about 160 yesterday. Remember, legends, it was on yesterday's stream where, I mean, I ain't going to look for it now, but yeah, where do we have, I don't want to look, I don't know where Theta could be, but anyway, overall, when we talked about Theta on yesterday's stream, we talked about the projection of Theta when we were trading at $1.60. This is when where we were trading yesterday on the live stream. And what we talked about, Theta continuing the pump in between yesterday and today, exactly to the $2.30. You take a look at yesterday's live stream. We said $2.30 on the projection on Theta, and that was purely based on the extension. We'll go through the Gala right now and the possibility of the target zones, but I prefer analyzing the cryptos that are at this stage ready for this wave. I don't give a damn about Theta right now or Gala. It's already pumping. I know it's likely going to pump higher, but I'm not interested. Would be more interested in catching this move to the upside. So anyway, going through yesterday, if you take a look at yesterday's stream, we talked about a target zone on Theta at $2.30. Exactly at $2.30. I mean, I would want to go and look for it. But I don't know where I talked about it exactly on the stream. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was mentioned yesterday about the target zone, and it's relatively simple. It's understanding the projection of this one wave, two wave, the projection of this massive impulsive move, and of course that is looking at Fibonacci extension from the lows of October 2023 to the highs of December of 2023, right? We're talking about the $2.30, which is that 1.618 extension, is exactly here where we hit here on Theta when we were trading here at $1.60, $1.70 right yesterday. So it's the 1.618 extension. We kind of reached the level already. We're getting a major pullback, but that's the target zone. So when we do take a look at Gala and we analyze the projection of this wave, it could definitely go to much higher levels. It's just started the major pump the last 2 days, and when we take a look at the possible extension from pivot low, pivot high, pivot low right there, it could have a possibility to reach the 6 cent level. That is possibly in the coming days. What we need to be aware of course, and this is like always, where is Bitcoin at? Bitcoin is getting a bit of a pullback. It's hitting a major resistance zone. It looks like it wants to break down. If Bitcoin does this, forget about Gala going to the 6 cents in the next 24, 48 hours. It ain't going to happen. It's going to get the pullback, but that is possibly going to give you a greater opportunity, if that were to be the case in Bitcoin, to actually buy some spot Gala or look for that resistance support flip, which is possibly not even going to reach. But if it is going to get a pullback based on the confluence on Bitcoin, right, the correlation, of Bitcoin gets a major pullback, you're going to see these altcoins getting that pullback. But I think this wave hasn't finished yet, and it's just going to rip through here in the next coming days, right? Give or take a week or two if Bitcoin gets that severe pullback. But yeah, projection here on Gala is looking good. It's likely gonna rip here in the coming days to possibly round about 6 cents or so, just under 6 cents. The 5.8, 5.9 would be the projection. Now, if we do analyze Phantom, is not even halfway through. Phantom likely going to test those highs of December maybe in the coming days. You know, this might consolidate a bit more, but the overall projection obviously is blasting through the highs here from December. And timing wise, it could take a few more days. It could take a couple of more days based on Fibonacci time when we analyze the low to the high. We still haven't crossed the 1-to-1. Things get interesting once you cross the 1-to-1 from low to high to basically the 1-to-1. Once you cross the 1-to-1 here, which is on Monday the 4th, that is when things can get spicy. That is when the wave start can happen in the case of Phantom, right? Would expect Phantom. Super chatos, hermanos. Yeah, we got a few super chats. 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗫 network. Let's take a look at 𝗕𝗶𝗴. A lot of, you know, let's take a look at 𝗕𝗶𝗴 right away. US dollar, 𝗕𝗶𝗴 network. What is this one doing? This one's already getting a bit of a pump right now. This is very, very volatile. I don't like these cryptos. When I see a chart like this on a coin, you know what I do? I just take a look at another coin. You know, there's no analysis here to be done on these cryptos. I like the round formation that we formed during 2023. It looks pretty good to get some kind of spike at some point. There's really not much to chart, okay? When I look at a chart where you have this and then you have this, pump and dump basically, I move to another thing. There is manipulation. There is, you know, it's just not a crypto that you can predict. You can do proper technical analysis because it's just a big fat fiasco. And, you know, I just don't want to take a look at this. These wiki wicks pump and dumps. I mean, I'm not sure. This is probably because it's a low cap crypto. Let's take a look at this right away here on. But I don't like analyzing these cryptos. And it's a mid cap crypto, almost at the 100 million. Mid low cap. It's just not worth it. Not worth it trying to predict the possible moves. But when you take a look at the lowest point of 2023, highest point, lowest point here of 24, you know, a bit of a nice wave. I mean, it's got above this high quite nicely. It could project a little bit more to the upside. But I don't like these. I don't like these charts. So let's go to the next one. Juan, quick analysis on comp, please. Can we see a pullback? Says Juan. Let's go right away and take a look at comp on the chart, doing basic understanding analysis. Wow, this one is doing very good. Just about to test the highs here from July. We're just about to test the highs of July right there of 2023. On the way, very likely to test that high in the next coming hours. It's doing very, very well. It's pumping aggressively. Could be tested here in a matter of hours. I like this one. This one got a major move to the upside here in June, July. Pullback, beautiful consolidation here with a double bottom. These are the double bottoms are the place to trade. It is exactly the area where you want to trade. Beautiful double bottom right there, and then major rally. I mean, if this breaks through successfully this high, the projection can be really high, of course. Yeah, I mean, if it successfully breaks above the highs from July of 2023, sitting at $86, the projection of this speculating on a third wave can be all the way up at $137. And of course, this ain't going to happen overnight. This could take a few days. It could reject from these highs that we're just about to test from June of 2023, July, sorry. Would want to see the expansion move from the high to the low. yeah, expansion 1.618 is at $118. If you break successfully, no doubt, you know, you're getting well above $100. If you get a nice candlestick here, nice daily close above the level, you're just looking for the momentum to continue, right? But we need to break above this high successfully. Not wick above it, get beneath it. That ain't going to be looking too great. You want that solid daily candle above this high of June, daily candle close. Then this is just going to be looking good for that continuation to the upside. Let's take a look here at another crypto, Umbrella. I got a big bag of Umbrella. I went pretty aggressive. You know, if you wanted to, you know, UMB. I do have Umbrella in my portfolio, something like 3 to 4% of my portfolio. I got a big stack of Umbrella and speculating on a possible major rally at some point in the next coming months. And I do not care if Umbrella breaks this uptrend in the next coming weeks and consolidates. It's just I'll probably buy, you know, a little bit cheaper Umbrella, right? I might think, okay, I'm going to buy a bit more now that we've got a major pullback. But it looks good, right? We've had the first disbelief rally, in my opinion, already. This happened, you know, in, you know, Q2 of 2023, Q1 of 2023 to Q2. Already had that kind of bear market, several months right there, 2022. Disbelief rally, the suckers rally, right? Suckers rally right there. And now, you know, this is the first little taste, of what is to come here. And this is massive speculation. There's a lot of altcoins that will fail and won't do anything. I like this project. They have a great roadmap for 2024. They have, you know, great partnerships. I think it's a solid one, you know, and this one can, you know, imagine buying this in the bear market, you know, in you know, basically, well, in the rejection of 2021, 2022, right? Imagine buying Umbrella here. Poof. Oh my goodness. You want to stay away when there's this massive dump volatility. You want to buy here where you're going sideways. When there's massive moves, you ain't going sideways. You want to stay away. You want to stay away. Seriously. But when the market starts doing this for several months where it looks dead, that is where I want to buy a big stack. That is where I'm going to buy a big stack, because, you know, this is literally, you know, where you could make life-changing gains. Anyway, 100% bot trading on PHA. Get wrecked, scam Wix. Yeah, I mean, yeah, PHA, I just looked at the chart and I say, you know, you know the deal, right? You know the deal, Mark. When you take a look at a chart here and it's this and lots of wicks, it's like stay away from this. If you want to buy a stack of it, you know, for the long term, but for trading, I'm not sure if this is available on Bybit. Is PHA available on Bybit? No, it's not. You know, you can't trade it on Bybit. You know, Bybit are really good with, you know, detecting those cryptos that cannot be traded. You know, that are basically traded with massive bots, right? And they, you know, they just leave it away. But anyway, most of the cryptos mentioning here on the live stream, such as Gala, you can trade on Bybit. You can also trade it on 𝗖𝗄𝐶, guys. You got the greatest deal down below. It's the first link down below in the description for Bybit and for 𝗖𝗄𝐶, guys. Remember, you have the lowest fees at the moment on 𝗖𝗄𝐶, but with my link for Bybit, my favorite crypto trading platform, you get that 20% exclusive discount for you. So click on the link right away, guys. Let's it could be the moment, guys, for a larger pullback on Bitcoin based on the retest of these high, you know, of the highs, right? It's already pulled back $1,000 since we tested the highs, right? This could get aggressive to the downside. You know, it's about time to get a pullback. We're hitting a major higher time frame resistance level that was mentioned on yesterday's stream. 7/8 Fibonacci, the second highest volume node. If for all of those swing traders, this was a level to short, but you want to short the exact rejection. I don't like jumping late on a short or jumping late on a long. I like to get at the exact levels, very, very patient to get the sweet spot, right? So it is a big major level of resistance. Could we get a decent pullback from this level? No doubt that on the higher time frames, it's a massive level. It's the 7/8 from all-time high to the low. It is the second highest volume node. What happened with the highest volume node back in January? We got a $10,000 pullback. If we get a $10,000 pullback in the next coming days here, people are going to freak out. People are going to go, whoa, what the heck's going on? What happened with this pullback? And they happen at these high time frame confluence levels. You've got the second highest volume node, and this is where we are getting the reaction, just like we did here back in January. A major pullback. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we were to get a relatively strong pullback at this level. Legends, could we have a look at Harmony 1? Let's take a look at one right away. My goodness. Harmony 1 had an attempt in breaking here the descending wedge and failed miserably, but got the pullback. Of course, if you detect this as the low, higher low right there, Harmony 1 breaking through the highs, not with too much steam. It's not doing it with too much steam here. When you break a high, just like we did here with Theta, you want to rip. You want to rip here when you break a high. You don't want to dance around. You don't want to dance around here and, you know, pull back, you know, and start doing this, because it could double top. You break through it. You want to rip. And what is happening here with one, it ain't ripping. That pump from the highs of the 26th of December ain't ripping. It's struggling very much at this high, so it ain't looking too great. I mean, I would expect it to follow through at some point, but what you could do, you know, with all of those breakout traders, when you break out from a trade, when you create those double tops, you get a major pullback, and then you break through, right? So I would be analyzing here very carefully that this could be a failed auction, and where would be the best level here? It's struggling so much at this high. Not looking too great. But overall, if you get the pullback, I would be eyeing important levels of support. Sorry, not resistance. The 382 has a high volume node from the price action of the last 3 to 4 months. You got a high volume spike at the 382, even better the 50% where you got a high volume node. The preferred zone, if we were to fail to break out these highs in the next coming days, for me would be 50%. Of course, the lower the pullback, the better, where we have a higher level of confluence of high volume, 50% Fibonacci, beautiful here for a decent pullback. That would be the zone that I would be very much interested in here in the case of one. The 0.019 cent level, 50% with the high volume node, and you dance around at this zone, and by dance around I mean this. By dancing around I mean this, which is basically this. When you dance around like this, you have the greatest shot to get into that long, forming a little bit of a wedgie structure, right? And the best zone to do so is that 1.9 cent level, right? You form a bit of a wedgie structure. You break out of the wedgie structure and you dance around in a double bottom scenario. You get that wedgie structure here to this level and you dance around. That is your trigger point. That is your moment you want to be bullish. That is the moment you want to see that possible move to the upside. It's struggling right now at the highs here from December, so I would be very, very cautious with with this one, right? Because this could be a FOMO moment for a lot of people, and it's just gonna get the pullback and get people wrecked. So yeah, anyway, my preferred zone here would be that 0.19 cent level. Legends, thank you very much for joining the live stream. Remember, the best on-off ramp, for anybody that doesn't know, to buy and sell crypto and change to euro, you have the 𝗖𝗄𝑎pp, guys. This is the best place to get easy fiat, in this case euro, for all of those people in the European Union. 𝗖𝗄𝑎pp, you have the link down below. If you want to withdraw your profits, this is a great place to do so. The fees are extremely low. You can withdraw to your bank account here, or even you have your own IBAN. So if you want to take your salary or pay your bills even through the 𝗖𝗄𝑎pp, you can do so because it has their own IBAN, and the debit card is coming soon. So absolutely wonderful here. This is going to happen very likely, possibly during the summer. I'm going to give a little bit teaser here. 𝗖𝗄𝑎pp here is launching the debit card, crypto debit card. It's going to be in 2024. Will it be the summer or not? It's a matter of time to see, because there's a lot of regulation, of course, behind this. You have the link here for the 𝗖𝗄�αpp here. It's the third link, guys. If you are interested in, on-off ramp, get your crypto back into fiat, in this case euro, you can do it by the 𝗖𝗄𝑎pp. Legends, thank you very much. I can see Singularity. Those super chats are coming down here. When alt season? Well, you're probably getting into the wrong coins, right? Because Theta is ripping. You have a lot of different cryptos that have been pumping a lot. So, this has done a 2x in a matter of 2 weeks, right? Less than 2 weeks in the case of Theta. Be happy with 2x. People want those 100x, guys. People are just going to... A lot of people in crypto are not going to take profits. They're going to ride all the way up. They want more. They get greedy, and they're going to ride it all the way down. I rode all the way down Chainlink. I rode a lot of cryptos here to the downside, including Bitcoin. I didn't take all of my profits here. I did take profits though. Make sure to take profits, guys, because then you end up with this, and you need to wait 3 years, right, or 4 years till the next cycle to take profits from your portfolio. So make sure to take profits. I even took a bit of profits here on Bitcoin on at $50,000. I'm happy to do so. It ain't gonna happen again. We break all-time high. I can assure you that I will be taking aggressive profits on Bitcoin and many altcoins as soon as Bitcoin breaks all-time high successfully. Take those profit, legends. Thank you very much for joining. Let's go with Singularity here. Check big time. Let's go right away with big time before I leave. Big time. What's going on with big time? Yeah, ticker symbol is big time. Big time. I could not say goodbye because people are going to drop off of the stream, and this is extremely bad for the algorithm. This looks good. I like this sideways momentum. I like it. It looks pretty good. You managed to break success. Well, I mean, you want to get in the trade before it breaks these highs. Yeah, I mean, this is ready. Obviously, the double bottom range. This reminds me of 2018 Bitcoin. Boop, boop, descending triangle. Last little drop. Consolidation in a large Adam and Eve double bottom. Boom. You're ready to break. You're ready to rip. I mean, this one is good, in my opinion, to DCA at these levels. This is a good range to DCA. You got the move up. You got the large retracement. And you creating sideways momentum after the breakdown of this descending triangle, ready to get steam for the next leg up here in the next coming weeks potentially. Just simple analysis, understanding that this is bottoming out at this level, at the 30 cent level. It's bottomed out. Legends, thank you very much for joining. I will see you tomorrow.